All right, welcome. This is actually the final of the series of the Power Hours. So we saved Donnie for last. Most of you guys probably know Don Kraszewski. If you don't, you will very shortly. Donna is going to take us through our ordering system online. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Don.
Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. Yeah, hi. My name is Donnie Kraszewski. I'm the Vice President of Operations here at TEC. For those of you that don't know me, I've been, kind of behind the scenes for some time. It'll be my 30th year come June. So, and quite frankly, and honestly, I started in the warehouse 30 years ago. So I know exactly what, folks go through as far as, getting product and, talking about e-commerce solutions and digital initiatives. And I think quite honestly, our digital initiatives really answer, one of three questions, right? Do we have it? How much is it? And when can I get it? I think quite honestly, an e-commerce solution that does anything more is probably a little bit of fluff. But again, I'm going to give you, a hammer to hit a nail pretty simply. You'll see very, very quickly that our e-commerce solution is intuitive, and we're in the process of launching an app. So we can take the power of the e-commerce solution along with some additional pluses with our online app. So, right now we're looking at, and I think really the best way to go through this is just to this is a show and tell of, what we do and how it's all laid out. So, it's as simple as going to, ExcelsiorHVAC.com, which is what you're currently seeing, order online. And it's really as simple as, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, I apologize. So clicking on, this is our site, clicking on sign in. If you need an account or haven't been logged in with us in the past, you just simply create an account. You do this autonomously. You need your account number and invoice and the dollar amount of the invoice, and you can set up your own account. So it's validated after the fact and after you do that, but it's a very quick and easy way to actually log in with us. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Now my screens are just a little bit different, but I just wanted to take you through some of the basic operations of the site. When you talk about our dashboard, this is, currently what you'll see after your information, your recent orders, your billing address, your shipping address, the most current 5, and then we go into order history, which will take you through not only what you purchased online, but what you purchased through Excelsior and TEC. So all of your orders are here. You can take a look at them and see what was purchased. It'll give you details, order history, or you can go back to just simply reorder it if you have, repeating orders. So that's really fairly simple. We can go to do something like an order upload from an Excel spreadsheet, which is really pretty simple. It's clicking on the order upload template. It will, it's 2 columns, which are part number and quantity. We can upload an order, and it's as simple as that. It's an Excel spreadsheet. We can continue the cart and take a look at what we've ordered. We've ordered some elbows and some, RX11 based on what you had on a spreadsheet. So really that's, fairly simple from that perspective. I'll clear the cart. We can also do a quick order where you can also upload an order, but if you know product, an RPC 600, we can add to cart. We can add, blue coil cleaner. I just wanted to show you how simple it is from our descriptions. You don't necessarily need part numbers, the 1 gallon. And notice that we also provide standard packs. So it helps you for stocking and cost to touch. If you want to, purchase for truck stock or shop stock, we let you know what box quantity is. So instead of handling 4 singular gallons, you can handle a case of 4 and just add to cart. We can also use something called wish lists. Wish lists are a great way to save time and add value to what you're currently doing. So if in fact you have, something like truck stock where you have a service install list or an installation install list, you can add those here. And it's as simple as creating something like 80% venting, which will bring up, the galvanized pipe. It's something that you would just quick hits for, hey, on every install, I need something like this, or, 90% 2-inch venting where we have some of the PVC involved, the couplings, the drain tees. We have some of these already created, but you can create your own on the fly as you're going through adding items to the cart, and I'll show you how to do all that. Electrical. If, say, for instance, you have a switch box that you need for an install, you can create these short little, pieces of paper, if you will, or a Post-it, and just order from, as simple as just adding it all to cart, right? It's as simple as that. We go to the cart. I have, added my, humidifier, the coil cleaner, and the electrical all right there. And notice that I can take whatever I have in my cart and create a new wish list. So if, say, for instance, I'm building out a job or I'm building out a truck stock list, I can take whatever I have in the cart and create a wish list. So I'm going to create a list, Don's test 4. Add to wish list. And what's nice about this is these wish lists are shared throughout your organization. So if in fact you have somebody that likes to create wish lists for others that order, they will have complete visibility to what you have going on. So it's really a great way to share, a lot of that detail that you may purchase on a regular basis. Saved orders. If you're working on something throughout the day, like, I need to take a break, I have a job, I need to go out on an inspection, you can save the order and recall it for later details. So you can come back and you can go to saved orders and say, okay, look, this is where I left off. And I can simply just click on the saved order and I can either delete it or place it. And you can see that it's back in the cart. I can proceed to checkout. And I'll work with more of this as we go through, the shipping methods and things like that. But I wanted to continue with going through user administration. You have the ability to, set up your own users. If you have a sales team or a service team that you'd like to have access to price and availability, do we have it? How much is it? When can I get it? Also warranty, part finder, and we're going to go through those things. But you have complete control of your own account. You can simply just create a new user, add their email, their role, which is administrator, buyer, or requisitioner. The main difference between the three is requisitioner will not allow that user to see your price for the product. Now, there are some companies that don't want their service techs or their salespeople to see prices. This is where the requisitioner role comes in. But it's just as simple as filling out these 6 boxes, and you'll send them an activation email and create user. You can also deactivate users. Like, say, for instance, I wanted to take a look at this this character, Donnie Kashevsky, right? I can deactivate the user, which means they no longer have the ability to see and or purchase anything further on your account. So, we give you the opportunity to manage your own account, which is extremely beneficial for, those that want to police and control their purchasing policies. I want to talk about some of the features. That is just kind of the broad brush overstroke, of what we do. But I want to just, brass tacks. Here's what this is all about. This is about answering questions about warranty. that come up. You're at a consumer's house. You want to know if it's covered. So I'm going to put in 816.3. So this warranty situation allows you to take what you do in Service Bench or anything related to ICP and allows you to query what we would normally see internally. So we've taken all the tools that we have with Service Bench and EPMS and loaded them into our software to give you a one-stop shop as it relates to getting information. So I simply just keyed in a serial number for this 95% efficient furnace. And I just wanted to see and tell you that, we cover things like, when was the installation date? Pretty important to know whether or not it's covered under warranty. We give you the standard product warranty, for these, these items, the primary heat exchanger, secondary, lifetime, limited lifetime. We also give to the original owner what's going on. And additionally, we give you a service history. I think it's important to help diagnose some, situations by letting you know what's happened in the past. You may not be, the first on the site, but it'll give you some detail as to what the consumer's been going on. We also include links to register products, directly to the manufacturer's websites for the extended warranties. So you just simply click on, these links and it'll take you to the site. We also give you a link for Service Bench so that you can file a warranty claim for an ICP product in the event that you need to. Now I'm going to go to Part Finder, because this is kind of this is really the meat and the potatoes of what's going on, right? So you can enter either a model number or serial number of the product, and it will come up with a parts listing for that particular unit. Now you notice that there's a difference by model number and parts for. It's extremely important that you select the correct parts for, because what the manufacturers do is create what's called a series number. And that series number may have different components in it based on availability. You may have a different gas valve, a different blower motor. So it's extremely important that we, that we get the right one. But here's the way, a lot of this information is shown, right? So, you can go to something as simple as type in board. Oh, help if I could spell. Go into board, and this is the control board that pops up, right? And I can simply add it to my cart. I can check availability to find out where it's at. We use something called geofencing. And what that means is that based on the device that is calling for the detail, it will give you the nearest NEC branch to that device, which is a whole bit of, a whole bunch of awesomeness when you're a service tech looking for, or, an owner operator looking for a quick fix for, hey, can I get this board for this furnace and how quickly can I turn it around? Oh, I've noticed that, there's a branch that's literally, 5 miles from me. Let me go get it. Mr. or Mrs. Consumer, here's how I can help, right? I can add it to the cart. It'll, it's as simple as that. So I want to, sit and process some of these things, because I think it's, uber important to, think about how you may implement some of this in your daily work. It's really pretty amazing, the power in the tool. So, and again, I would say that, the part finder and the warranties are typically our most used assets on the site right now. And you're going to see shortly that we're going to have that same functionality in an app. This does render to smaller devices, to phones and tablets. So you're more than, welcome to use it on those particular pieces of hardware, but it works very, very well on several levels, right? So, I suppose I just want to go, something as simple as talking like, the humidifier. We list all the accessories, related products. This is a, continuing work and process for these items, but our most popular have a lot of the related products, the accessories. I'll bring up a, what is it, a G96 BTN. ICP, we've got related products for that particular, 96% efficient furnace. Got the ECM motor. Got the bazookas. We've got the, sub-base kits. We've got the return air bases, the coil offsets. If you need, we'll go into a condensing unit. Let's see, popular condensing unit. 2.5 ton, 13 series, single phase. We've got pad, line set, whip disconnect. All of those things to, help you select those things at time you're ordering the equipment. The last thing, I can tell you how many times I've gone back to the hardware store, working on a plumbing project and realized that I didn't get what I needed. So we do what we can to, help you out with making those, selections. Let's see here. So it's add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Notice that, we also have checklists and owner manuals, installation guides, product data. We also have specifications for the equipment. If you need, height, width, length, and depth. If you want to know the liquid line size, the kind of fitting. I think a lot of this, again, we already know as we've been installing this. This is just kind of additional information because really you're using this as a tool, right? You've already sold the job and you need to book an order with us to get things moving. So anyway, we'll go to the cart, I think at this point. And I'll take a look at, maybe I didn't need the humidifier, maybe I didn't need the coil cleaner, but I needed the electrical. I'm going to proceed to checkout. Again, just if you want to pick up, we have several different options for shipping methods. We have pickup, which is you're going to get to us in a couple of days. Maybe the job, is delayed based on, the consumer. We have a quick ship program, which will allow us to throw it on a truck and for a nominal fee, we'll deliver it in 2 to 4 hours. I think, given geography limitations, those are things you can talk to your individual branch or contact the sales order department. Standard shipping is ordered today, delivered tomorrow. And that's typically how that works. Will call is something new in the respect that you're on your way in. If you place a will call order, along with your confirmation, it gets sent to our order department. And our order department takes a look at it for completeness and will drop it in the branch and where you expect to pick it up so that it can be pre-pulled and ready for you as you walk in the door. I think, we, really to help you trying to manage your most valuable assets, right? Your people and your time. So these are the tools that we're putting in place, that will help you, get in and out of our warehouses as quickly as possible, right? So I want to pick it up, and I want to pick it up in Melrose Park or Lansing. It'll then check all inventory in those particular locations. It says here, because I changed it to Lansing, that I need to check availability, and it'll tell us, where we have it in Loves Park or, wherever it makes sense for us to deliver to. So, or deliver from. We got a requested pickup date. You can tell us when you plan to pick it up. So then, we won't drop the ticket until then. Again, a lot of these features are, meant for your benefit to help, get you what you need when you need it. And it's just as simple as, your PO number is required, done test, notes, continue. It validates what we have going on with an order summary, and once you submit the order, so it'll take, it's taking everything that's in the system and submits it, and it gives you an order number up here. And that's what you need when you come into the branch. You'll receive an email with that said acknowledgement, and that's really as simple as it gets. To be perfectly candid, we spent a lot of time getting into the parts lookup feeds, taking the information from the manufacturer, from ICP, and inputting it into our system, and making sure that you can look up parts when you need to. You can check warranty, and you can check availability on on any of the products that we have. And it's just as simple as typing what you know. I mean, it could be something like a cased 3-ton coil, 17-inch wide. You notice that I'm speaking more words than I'm actually typing, but I wanted to just show you that the less you know, sometimes the better off you are, right? So I just found a cased ICP coil by typing in cased 3-ton coil, and here we are. Availability. Again, I'm checking where everything's at. Does it make sense? Do I need it? Is it a hot shot, or is it something that I can deliver tomorrow? And notice that we also have the accessories for coils. The PVC, the couplings, the adapters, the pipe straps in the event that you need it. We actually asked customers who install product what it is they'd like to see on some of these related products. The 10-foot length of pipe and the elbows. So we've gotten customer support, contractor support on a lot of these lists. So we're continuing to grow, and I'll say, if in fact you have an opportunity or a suggestion, please do not hesitate at all to reach out to us via the store, the TM, or even the app that's soon to be released. So 6-inch elbow. As I take a look at, maybe I want a 26 gauge, right? It's really extremely simple to find product on our site. And we also give box quantities. Again, I say, if it's something that you order on a regular basis, it makes sense from your cost to touch to say, hey, I'd like a box of 12 instead of handling 3 or 4 of these every 3 to 4 days. So we give you the box quantity, and it's just as simple as adding it to the cart, and we're off and running. We've got some flat stock. Again, I just wanted to show you how simple it is to find product. Say I want, some of the 28 gauge 36 by 96 sheets. We also have some discounted pricing, right? We show you the discounts based on quantity. So if I order, notice that there was a break on 25. You notice that now you'll see a reduction in price, and you can add that to the cart. And you can see where the deduction is. We do have monthly specials, right? In the banner that we typically like to show, like here's something on a field piece. Notice that we give you a promo code and a part number. It's as simple as going here, MG44. Adding it to cart, going to cart, proceed to checkout. I haven't seen the discount yet. So I wanted to, it's field piece 5, apply, and your savings are automatically assessed at the time you place the order. So there's no need to call in. A lot of our online promos are just like this. On the promo itself, there'll be a code. And obviously you can use promos for different products. So again, very simple to use the site. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to live, most customers who use the site religiously are living and breathing right here and in wish lists. So again, I'm going to show you how to go to wish lists. And as you build them, you go to the a water heater wish list. You can take a look at, obviously we have quite a few of the 40-gallon, but you can add or remove to cart, as you see fit from the wish list. Again, clicking on the product will take you to that product and the related items. Maybe you need a dielectric union, you need some copper pipe, maybe you need an expansion tank. A lot of this stuff is already pre-built. We need a metal pan, in case, there's an issue. Again, just things you're already doing when you're installing, this kind of equipment. So we're really looking to be the one-stop shop. Again, and as you scroll further down, there's specifications, there's descriptions. We have some, documents that came from Bradford White directly. So we're doing we're pushing a lot of information at you only to, help you get to the solution much, much quicker. And I'm going to be perfectly candid, the tool is built for our customers. And, we've seen some great adoption and would love to, see more of you take a look at it. I'm going to pause to see if there's any questions, and then I'll jump into the app for just a few minutes after that.
If anybody does have any questions, you can either type them in the question chat box, or I can go ahead and unmute you guys here. You will still have to unmute on your end also, if you want to talk. You're probably self-muted.
Sorry about that, Ryan. I didn't mean to throw you a curveball.
No, it's fine. If anybody has any questions, just go ahead and unmute yourself and ask them, or type something in. Or you can also ask questions later. Totally fine.
Yeah, don't hesitate to reach out to your TM or sales order or myself. I'll be more than happy to help you with some of this. I think once we start walking, everyone tends to run relatively quickly. So, anything, Ryan?
Nope. So we have a bunch of shy people as always.
I do see one person that has their speaker on, but I'm not sure. But I do have a question.
Go ahead.
How do they go about, like I know you went through and kind of showed them how easy it was, but if they have questions regarding actually how to physically register to start using e-commerce, how hard is it? How much time should they set aside? Should they contact you? I mean, you just said contact you or your TM. Should they start with their TM? Do you have designated people for that? What would you suggest?
Look, if you're new to e-commerce, I would definitely suggest talking to your TM, but we built this because it's their tool, right? So if you don't have a sign-in, you can create an account. You click on the sign-in box here, click on create an account, and this will get you access. Them just filling out this information here will, the system behind the scenes will validate the credentials and send whomever set up an account an email with an activation. So once the email comes, you click on the activation and you're ready to rock and roll. You really don't have to talk to anybody, but if you need help, we're always here. Talia, does that answer your question then?
It does. And then do they get an email confirmation immediately, or does it take a little bit of time?
No, it comes immediately.
Okay.
There's some processing that happens on the back end, but it's just to validate the invoice number and the invoice total for their, for their safety. And then we just go from there. And look, it could be as simple as, we contact us and select a topic and account creation request. If you don't feel comfortable, putting in invoice information, we can do that here, and we'll make sure that those requests get tended to. So there's two different ways. The one that's most popular is the sign in and create an account. That's been in place for, I want to say about a year and a half now.
Okay, and then for pricing, is that variable depending on who is logged into the accounts?
Yeah, so look, that's a great question, Talia. So, one of the things that, we pride ourselves on is the fact that we have real-time inventory and real-time pricing. So if you're signed into your account, you will see exactly what the customer service reps see internally as far as, what we have and where we have it. And additionally, your pricing is pulled directly from our system so that it will be contractor cost at every place you look. There's a direct feed from our system to bring up the correct account pricing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, those are great questions, Talia. Thank you. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to bring up some slides.
Hey, real quick, Don. Someone actually did type a question in.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said you're ready to go, then they typed it in, right?
No, that's okay.
Jacob asks, when these orders are placed and they go to corporate, is there going to be a time when the orders are sent that they go directly to the store and they're picking them up?
Okay, so the beauty of this, and that's a great question, right? Because if you're doing this on the fly or when you're sitting in the parking lot, so here's how the flow works internally. You book the order online, it gets sent to not only you, but a central processing department called our sales order department, where we have approximately a dozen people entering and looking at orders and validating, inventory availability and making sure that you didn't accidentally select a 14 wide coil with a 17-inch wide furnace, those kinds of things. They take a look at it, and depending upon, the ship via that you use, whether it be a will call, a customer pickup, and or a delivery, we generally tell them a half hour to an hour to drop the ticket in the warehouse. If in fact you're going to be sooner, you can key a note on the final page of the order to say, hey, look, I'm on my way, I'm 30 minutes out. Those things are prioritized within the order group, and they will drop those, as quick as humanly possible. Like I said, I've got, a dozen people on the team, of which 4 are currently just handling e-commerce orders. So that's a great question. If you've got some feedback on it, about what's working and what's not, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and we'll be more than happy to take a look at it. Hopefully that answered your question.
Awesome. Thanks, Don.
Okay. So now I want to, let's see. Oh, switch my screens. Okay, so here's what's up and coming. I just got a workable demo from the development team. And this is where, we're going with the e-commerce initiatives, right? So not only do you have the power in your desktop, but you're going to have it in your pocket as well. So we're going to introduce an app here very shortly. I say a time frame. We're going through some of the last instances of QA testing to make sure that there's no big hurdles. But that same functionality that you were seeing on the site is on our mobile app. It's basically, we're calling it your HVAC Survival Kit. You can see some of the things like warranty, products, part lists, documents, installation instructions. We have an AHRI rating lookup to make sure that the system that you have selected rates, by just selecting something as simple as the condensing unit. It'll match up a coil and or furnace to help achieve the SEER rating so that we qualify for rebates. So, there's a lot of those things that, we've added to the app that we thought would be more fruitful and prudent. Warranty being first and foremost, right? You can scan the barcode that's on the furnace, and it'll bring up the entitlement that I showed you on screen earlier today. So, parts list was the same thing as part finder, in the respect that you'll be able to use a serial number and or model number to get a parts list of that particular unit. Say you need a capacitor, a condenser fan motor, you'll be able to check price and availability right at the time you're working on the equipment. We also give you branches. We've got some, and I'll get into some more of the details, but again, just like our site, it's real-time inventory, real-time prices, right? So there's none of this delay where, you know, I think as a general rule of thumb, you know, anytime you think there's one, or we're showing one in some place, I think that would necessitate a call. But I think, you know, our inventory, like I said, I've been doing this a long time, our inventory is good. But again, with the app, you have access to get in touch with the branches, you know, quickly. Their phone numbers are all listed. We support Spanish, and we're looking at other languages, but Spanish it is right now. We're also talking about, again, I talked about the warranty. Scanner, enter a model number, gives you the same entitlement as well as extended contracts like AIG, or, you know, some of those third party that we handle through the manufacturer will all be displayed there as well. And again, you can see directly across the top, there's details, there's a parts list, and there's a documentation section for the piece of equipment. So all relatively simple and easy to use at your fingertips. Product search is the same kind of thing. You know, you put in what you know, and it'll bring up a, you know, easy search for an add to cart. You can view the description and or specifications. And again, I think this tool is really, as we're building more into it, the tool is just meant to be an ordering tool, but it's turning into be so much more than that. It's really going to help you, you know, with getting information quickly and helping you close the deals with the customers. Parts list, look up old and new for equipment. Say you have an older, you know, an older set of parts in your inventory, and you want to cross-reference to see what it, you know, what it could be used on. We all have, you know, something that's been laying around in the back of our truck for a couple of years, but we'd love to know, you know, where we could possibly use it. We have a lot of that. We have all of it loaded into our system for, you know, if you could see it on EPMS or through the ICP websites, then you can see it on the app. Documents, I talked about installation instructions. The family and specific model levels are all there. AHRI matchups, as I told you, you can select a condensing unit. View matchups by, you know, dimension, EER, AFU, heating capacity. View the system availability. Again, we built the same functionality in a lot of these breakdowns, because we know that's the next question that's going to come up, right? So you've selected a system. Okay, do you have it, or is it there? You know, you can view the required accessories, the pad line set, whip disconnect, you know, maybe some thermostats. And also, we've got some artificial intelligence that says, hey, you know, those customers that purchased ICP across the country also purchased these items, right? So you're going to get some, you know, some technology, actually quite a bit of technology here, to be perfectly honest, to help you out so that you don't have to make a number of trips back and forth, right? It's all about time management, your people and your time. Order status, this is some of the things we're working on right now. Find the status of your order. You know, whether you get an email, future status, get an email that's ready for pickup and or it's delivered, you know, with a tie into a transportation management system. These are all the things that we're looking to do for you in the next 12 months. The app is very close to being released for, do we have it, how much is it, and when can I get it? But some of these things like order statuses, where we'll have real-time tracing, you'll be able to take a look at the truck, you know, if it's a, you know, speedy delivery or a quick ship. You know, we're weaving this all into the site, and we're really happy that we've had the opportunity. Additional features, we've got calculators, pressure, temperature, duct sizing, you know, again, branch information and hours. We've kind of inundated with duplicative information because we never know where you're going to be and where you're going to be on the site. Again, geofencing comes into play with the closest opportunity. And here's what I think is extra awesome with the app is that you can leave feedback. Feedback with ways we can help make it better. If you have any issues, let us know. You know, this is an iterative launch, which means that we're going to build and build and build based on what you tell us. We think we have a pretty good idea, but to be perfectly candid, if you're not using it on a daily basis, well, what do we need to do to make it better, right? So we're always, looking for feedback and ways that, well, it'd be better if, warranty was here, or if I could scan the serial number here. God, it would be great if I could do this or that. Again, we built this for our customers, for you. It's not really for us. Quite honestly, I've taken a different line internally where we're going to use, our system, and here's your tool so you can self-service, right? So you can get those answers without waiting. And again, feedback is always appreciated. And that's really, all I had. And I think I'm 4 minutes shy of the 45. So please, we got some time. I'd love to answer some questions.
All right, same deal, guys. You can you're unmuted now, although you might be muted on your end. You can unmute your microphone and ask any questions, or you can type them in if you prefer that route. Either way is cool.
Again, I'm available, to answer any questions. More than happy to help you or your team out. We can get your territory manager involved to assist with some of that, or I personally don't have an issue helping out, right? If in fact you need some help with wish lists or upload an order, or if you'd like a personal presentation for your operation, I have no problem doing that.
And I'll also include Don's email when the thank you emails go out for the attending today. So that way you
thanks, Ryan. I was assuming that was already going to be done.
I mean, we could have
Don't give them my
spelled
cell
out
phone
verbally and you can try to write it down, but I don't know. It's a little bit of a lengthy one.
Yeah, I wasn't going to take the time to spell it out. If you do it phonetically. I don't see
anybody typing any questions in, so I'm going to assume we're probably all good.
Okay. Ryan, thanks for taking the time. And, I really appreciate Talia and the customers who, logged in and wanted to see what we have to offer. And I think you're going to see that National Excelsior is going to, start to lead the pack as you talk about ordering from us, ordering online, curbside pickup. You can email your order to us. You can text us. We're trying to make this as simple as possible for everybody. And I just wanted to thank you for your support and your continued business.
Cool. Thanks for joining us today, Don. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks,
folks.
Don.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.